father of the Constitution and mother of some of the most electric crowds in all of college football when they come out to support the Dukes. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Georgia Southern's offense will have the football first. And David, they've got a receiver that if he is able to command some extra attention, it could really help get this offense going.
Now, and you need that playmaker out wide. That guy makes the whole thing go, right? Having a guy, if you want to play man-to-man coverage, he's going to beat you. And he's shown the ability to do that sometimes for this offense. And he's a guy that has the defense's attention.
Yeah, I don't think this guy's winning the Bolitnikoff award necessarily, but you're right, David. When he's one-on-one, he should be able to win those matchups. And based on how he's played this season, this quarterback should feel really good and really confident when he throws his way.
Tough way to start this drive. Now they'll try to fix it on 2nd and 15. Breaks the tackle. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Got a man, it's Dallas. He works his way to the 21-yard line. Not enough to pick up the first down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You've set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
They booted away on 4th down. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. The Dukes offense will try to get something started with their first possession. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Dropping back, it's Sluka. Makes the catch. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
I love early in a game getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Coming out, short passes, easy completions. Now we're getting in a good spot.
And the Dukes come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Looking to throw for it. Bringing the heat. The offense very fortunate to get that ball back.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
The Dukes send out the punt unit, getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. They didn't get much done the last time they had it to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one.
Yeah, and I love taking deep shots. I think it makes cornerbacks play honest, safeties play honest, and you could tell just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely worth the reward.
Creates a little room. Barrels all the way to the 29, a gain of 6.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
The Eagles really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Looking to throw, it's French. Caught near the sticks, it's Dallas. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Well, we know this guy's special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And you can tell that play went nowhere from the start.
It was definitely a great play by that defender.
Oh, yeah, he got in the backfield so quick, the running back had absolutely no chance.
The last two runs went headlong into a brick wall. Now 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Makes the catch down the right side. And a good pickup to move the chains, and the clock will expire, and that's how they'll be set up to start the second quarter. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm as we start the second quarter. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Motion from the wideout. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Sweet grab, but they're going to end up taking a loss on the play. And the Eagles trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Leaves it with the back. Finds a little space. Turning it on. Runs it all the way down, almost to the 10. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 12.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
He'll do it himself. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
I think a lot of quarterbacks like those defenses that will be passive and let it slowly develop. Nah, this defense, you could tell, they were aggressive and attacking, and it really paid off.
This drive was clicking along, but now it's 2nd and 14. Makes the catch, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia Southern. That was an absolute sledgehammer of a drive, just taking the air out of the ball.
And it's hard when you run that many plays not to make a mistake and throw an interception or get penalties and put you in a bad spot. But the offense just strung play after play after play together and got in the end zone.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. They march 78 yards down the field, and they close the deal with a 16-yard throw for the touchdown. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. They're trying to put anything together to get that goose egg off the scoreboard down 7-0. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Makes the grab. It's Alston. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
A nice job by the quarterback there working through his progressions. Nothing open down the field, so he checks it down to his drag route coming from the slot receiver. They get the completion.
And the Dukes line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Quarterback on the keeper. He didn't even have a chance to get back to the line. What a job by this defensive front.
And this defense, they were ready for that 3rd down. That you could tell they smelt the option coming, did a great job, aggressive, downhill, went and got it, got the tackle for a loss, forcing the 4th down.
The Dukes will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Looking for a man. It's French. Catch in the middle. It's Helms. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on 1st down, setting up an easier 2nd down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on you on 2nd down.
Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. The Eagles come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down.
Really nice resiliency by the running back. Sometimes you just got to be able to turn the page, right? You have a tackle for loss the previous play, they give it right back to you, and you make the defense pay. Good vision, good athleticism picking up that first. Why not give it to him again?
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
It's now 2nd down.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Just a short pass to the tight end. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
Nice completion, nice short gain. Now it sets up 3rd down. And wait a minute, 3rd down now becomes, we're going to go for it on 4th down anyways, so it really doesn't matter that much. Great job getting a little chunk. Now we get to go have some fun.
It'll be 3rd and long. Back to pass, it's French. Makes the grab. He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple 1st downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
Georgia Southern about to snap it on another 1st and 10. Wants to throw again. Fires to the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit and let's keep going.
Georgia Southern will snap it in the red zone. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Grabbed over the middle. It's Cobb. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
And these touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut or I can throw it and it just spread me out and make me defend so many things, and you could tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big first down.
He'll pull it on the read. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Eagles.
And that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a two-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
Ready to try the point after.
Is on for the extra point.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They marched 58 yards for the touchdown on that one and closed the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Power football with the run. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets him out to the 25-yard line. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, you've had yourselves a great broadcast so far today in Harrisonburg. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, let's head back to the guys at Bridge Ford Stadium.
Second half all teed up, and Georgia Southern will start it with the kickoff. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one, put your best plays together, start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
Under fire. And there are flags flying as the pass falls incomplete. We'll see who it's on. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Scanning the field, it's Sluka. Fires left. Got him downfield. Oh, he's got some space. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 40 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
After that last big gainer, they'll put it in play. 1st and 10 from their own 49. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Only a couple there, and now staring at 3rd and 8.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
He'll try to do it himself. Quarterback gets the first down. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26.
Well, you just get the feeling, too, that if they're going to claw their way back in this game, his legs are going to have to be a factor. What a great job scrambling that time. Nothing open. He didn't panic. He saw some green grass. He was able to get outside, away from the defense, get upfield, pick up the first down. That play is going to help their momentum. They need more scramble plays like that from him.
Working that left side now. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
The offense really struggled in the first half of this game, so it was important coming out of halftime they were able to generate some momentum and get some rhythm offensively, and right now they look like they have it on this drive. Great news to see the quarterback make that last throw there to pick up the first down. They need him to play great in the second half.
Quick release on the RPO. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
On defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break up the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
Motion from the wide receiver. They go to the ground. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
Looking downfield, it's Sluka. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Dukes! Quick strike through the air for the score. Lining up for the PAT. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. So a scoring drive there of 83 yards, and they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll return it. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Works his way ahead for 3. They'll spot it at the 18.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Just gets it to the 20, a pickup of 1.
Third down coming.
This is the type of play that can give the offense momentum. 3rd and short from inside the 20. To throw, it's French. Got his man downfield. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. That was a really well-run route on the curl to pick up the first down.
Yeah, and it's a nice job, too, by the receiver, getting his depth and then finding space in between the defenders, giving his quarterback a nice target.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
At the 42. Brings up second down.
Guys, we've reached the end of the quarter. Georgia Southern has the lead. And we've reached the end of the third, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. It's a draw. Oh, better look out! They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
And that's the challenge for this defense, man. It starts to get later in the ball game. That clock is not your friend. You're losing the football game. They got to meet the physical challenge of this run game.
Georgia Southern really efficient on offense. Sends it back in motion. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Past the 40. No, he got loose. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially on the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is most dangerous.
And the Eagles, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Now on second down, they want to keep moving forward and keep that clock churning. Back to throw, it's French. Pocket breaking down. Breaks into the... Got enough space. Touchdown, Eagles. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
Getting set for the point after.
On for the extra point.
And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. So a drive there of 84 yards, and it was closed out by the fantastic 25-yard touchdown run.
Set to kick it off.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. That's caught. It's Alston. Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play.
And these are these moments, man, when you're trailing by a couple possessions, you've got to put it together. Your quarterback has to come through. I mean, it's not a surprise. It's going to be passes. He's got to be smart. He's got to be quick with his decision-making, and they kind of got to be up near the line of scrimmage and be in a little bit of a hurry.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, that looked like he was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Dropping back, it's Sluka. Fires to the big fella. There he goes! Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
Gonna look downfield again. Snagged out of the air. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Wants to fire on second down. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
And the Dukes with the 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Throws to the tight end. He's got an open man. He's brought down the one. A play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. The Dukes, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Looking to throw on first down. Setting up the screen. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of it.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling pass and then kind of dodging the pass rush, getting it to the running back, and then let him do the rest. You got him in space, he'll pick up yards in a hurry.
Looking for the goal line. Into the end zone. Touchdown, James Madison.
And listen, still a ways to go. A great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a one-possession game. We got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
On to attempt the try.
The kicker on for the extra point.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. They marched 79 yards on the drive. It was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away.
Set to kick off.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
And after that negative play on offense with the lead late in the game, I think there's still ways that you can be creative and run the football, but not be so obvious. So zone read type plays, fake dives, and pitches to the running back to get him outside, jet sweeps. You can find...
Oh, a lot of space. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
A lot of times when you go to the stat sheet after the game, defenses are going to look at explosive plays. Like, we're taught to be top down, stay deep, don't give up those big plays, make them earn it all the way down the field. Bad job giving up the big play in the passing game.